One of the big projects that we're working on that involves youth is called Photo Voice. And what we're having kids do is go around their community and take pictures of things that help them make good choices and things that kind of influence them to make bad choices. And so the purpose of that is to give adults a visual picture of what kids see in their community and just their perspective on how they live and how they're influenced to make decisions.
So me and Alex are both on a committee called Colorado 9 to 25, which serves youth the ages from 9 to 25. It is separated into adults and youth. And so what me and Alex had the opportunity to do is recruit other youth to join the committee. And what we also got to do was we got to facilitate it ourselves and kind of give like a youth perspective and provide that youth voice on what Colorado 9 to 25 is to get youth interested in joining the committee with us.
As a success as one of the project is, the youth that we presented to are actually wanting to be a part of 9 to 25 as a whole. And as we can show as youth can be successful.
One of the projects that I worked on in the past was to build a resource map, a behavioral health resource map for Project Aware Colorado. And the reason we had to do that was we wanted to make sure that our grantees, the 3 school districts that we worked with, were using evidence-based programs and interventions for their students. My role in that was to research all the programs, ended up being something like 100, 150 programs, making sure that they were on some sort of national registry and be able to present the information, all of the programs that made it through my review, and present it in a way that made it easy to pick and choose from a large amount of programs. Being able to do that allowed me to be qualified for the current position that I am in as the Marijuana Resource Bank Specialist. It's sort of the same issue, getting resources that deal with marijuana use or substance use among our youth, and putting it in one spot and making it easy for the educators in Colorado to use with ease.
I work tightly with our Youth Leaders Coalition, which is a group made up of about 30 to 40 high schoolers from every high school in our community. Through that, we met once a month and we focused on subjects and interests that were going on in the community. So things about how do we prevent drug and alcohol abuse in our schools, and getting their feedback on that. Just the diverse community of those high schoolers were able to really solve those types of problems from what they saw versus just adults peering into the schools and being like, oh, well, this is what we think we see as the problem. But the youth being like, no, actually, that's not the problem. This is the problem, and here's how we can fix it. And then just adults really taking that feedback and doing things about it. A campaign went around in one of our middle schools led by a middle school intern, and she was able to make a difference by talking about bullying. Her focus wasn't on stop bullying, it was on making friends. So it's just flipping that point of view that adults don't really think about.
The projects I've been working on, the main one I've been working on, 2-in-1 with Mile High United Way, a free resource system where people can call in and get resources on pretty much anything out there. So it could be like birth control, housing, schooling, tuition. And what they're having me do is go out and test the different ways of actually going out and like using their system. So it could be like phone call, text message, web chat, web search, actually going to 2-in-1 themselves and asking. The other one was we actually look upon different grants and provide youth feedback on the grants. So one of them I provided feedback on was should like the Denver Public Schools be inputting the health programs for people with special needs or like say autism, the autism spectrum. You can read through the lines and see, it's kind of okay, they're really trying to hit on the youth aspect here, or you could see it's kind of, they're just really trying to make themselves look good. It's all for show, basically.